this is Vicky, also known as DragonflySoars. This is an unusual place to record, but I was all set up outside to record for you. I had the flowers lined up in the background, and just as I was about to hit the record, the neighbors started mowing. Now granted, pretty much everybody's been mowing because we've had rain and decent weather, but I was just like, really? And I kind of waited a little bit. Then I even recorded a little bit to see if it would be okay, and decided it was not going to be okay. Anyway, so I did a quick move into our, I don't even know what to call this room. I guess it's a sitting area. It's not really the living room. The living room has the TV and everything, the recliner couch. This is my couch from my place. It's right next to the patio. I also affectionately call this the dojo room because this is the room that best friend has a lot of his calligraphy, certifications, swords, all that kind of stuff. Missy girl. Shh. I used one of the canned cat food boxes to prop up the iPad and to raise it up a little bit because the first time I went to record, you guys were looking at my chest. Anyway, now she thinks it's time to be fed because I touched the cat food. All right, this is going to be a short one, mostly because I didn't have a lot this week. This past weekend, we had on the calendar to clean the garage, and so this couch was in the garage, so that was a big move. We cleaned this room out and managed to get stuff in here, including the couch. We now have one car in the garage. So I believe I told you last week that part of the garage has a woodworking project and part of the garage had my stuff. Well, my stuff is now mostly dealt with. So one car is in the garage. You're getting freshly showered me. So if I look a little discombobulated, that's probably why. I had 2 hour-long walking meetings today, and I was just god-awful sweaty and really wanted to shower. And then I re-put on clothes just for you guys. All right. I needed to record today, which is part of my frustration with the lawn mowing, because tomorrow I am going to go visit Mom and my son, because Thursday he has an appointment to talk to the admissions office at one of the colleges. So anyway, so I'm really excited about that because he's actually wanting to go to college. He took a college course this summer and he did really well in it. It was an introduction to game development course, and it was available to high schoolers if they could get into it, and he got in. He didn't quit. They had some people drop out. Apparently it's kind of a weeding out class as well. So he got an A in it, and now I've had preliminary discussions that they are going to accept him and even give him a scholarship. None of that is in writing yet because their tuition stuff hasn't gone through, so you can't officially apply yet. But when I talked to them last week, they said they were going to write him a letter of recommendation, and that because of his entrance test score, he will get a scholarship. Of course, it still costs the rest of the money, but we are still really excited after everything we've gone through. So last week I was just like in tears and happy, and the fact that he wants to go to college, the fact that a college wants him, these are all good things. But because of just the way the week was, I did not get a ton done last week. I was working on hats. So last week I had 1 bright purple hat done. I now have 6 purple hats done. So that means I got 5 done this week. Judging by I have this much yarn left. I weighed it. I should be able to get 2 more hats. So to be honest, I was really kind of hoping it would be 1 more hat. But I looked at it when I was done with this last one. I went, nope, I bet that's 2 more. So I weighed it, and sure enough, it's definitely 2 more hats. But they need to be mailed out soon because Katie needs to have them in her hands by September 30th. Now, Katie did just have her baby. His name is Caleb. So baby and mama look healthy from everything I can see on social media. So that's all very good. I was reminded by Crow Julie, actually she reminded everybody in the board, that Katie really likes it if we can print out tags ahead of time so she doesn't have to do it, especially with the new baby. That would be a good thing. So I know like mom already mailed hers before we remembered about the tags, so it's fine. But because I made so many, I'm going to try and print out the tags if I remember tomorrow. I need to save them off tonight because they are in Google Drive, and Google Drive is not acceptable at work. So I need to save them tonight and then print them. We have a printer, but it is not set up yet. For a long time we couldn't find the power cord. Well, first we just it was just one of those things. Then we couldn't find the power cord when I was going to set it up. Now I found the power cord, but I have not set it up yet. And I do not feel like dealing with it tonight. All right, so we have hats. I also finished the week of squares. So there were, all right, I think I showed you one of these last week. I believe I showed you this one last week. Then I did my second one of that same design. I do like doing different colors and seeing how they turn out. Then this was a new one with triangles. I will be honest, I struggled the most with this one. And this one is still kind of too big, and I'm hoping that I can just sort of fit it in eventually. And then this was the one from Friday. Now, they release Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That means that one was released yesterday, because today is Tuesday. I have not started it. I'm determined to finish the hats first. I should finish both hats tonight, and then I can mail them tomorrow. I am hoping to possibly mail them during lunch. I also did my Clue 2 of the Crochet Crowds amigurumi. There's 2 of these. They look kind of like rattles to me. Little Missy. She's just being obnoxious over there. 2 of these things that, I don't know, they look kind of like ears, but there was another piece that looked like ears, so now I don't know what they are. This thing that looks like it could maybe be like a tail or something. I don't know. Today the Clue 3 came out, and I will be honest, I still have absolutely no idea what this is, which means it's a good mystery. So that's all I worked on. There was nothing else. Now, another thing that's been going on, and the reason I had to take a shower and that I had so much walking today, is I started with this project at work called Choose to Lose, and it includes personal training, appointments with the wellness coordinator, and bi-weekly educational support group meetings. Now, years ago, I did Weight Watchers, and I have always had more success on Weight Watchers when there are in-person meetings, because there's that accountability and support in the group, and even just, you know, having discussions about what happens when you eat too much fiber, or I don't know, just, it always helped me. I also did at work at my last job. That I struggled with because there was a few people in our group that would kind of police what you were eating. They'd be like, oh, do you have the points for that? And that just got to be annoying. But generally, I liked that part of it. But then we had no Weight Watchers meetings near me. And right when I signed up for the at work at my current job, because I had put it off because I had such a bad experience, I finally decided to join it. And then they canceled it because there wasn't enough interest to actually bring in someone from the program. Anyway, I am hoping that this kind of gives me that same support, accountability, etc. that I got before. There is no diet to this. It is, the education things there's a weekly or a bi-weekly topic. The one last week was about the fact that everything you do is a choice, and that sometimes you just make a choice right now. Don't try and think too far ahead. Just try and make a choice in the moment. And, get through one day, or decide to set a goal for one day. Today I'm going to make sure I drink all my water, and don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about next week. Let's just get through today. So that's good. And then with the personal trainer, I met with her last week to get an initial assessment, and tomorrow is my first actual meeting with her, where she's going to she's supposed to pull a program together, and I'll be meeting with her. This time it'll be a Wednesday, but after this, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday, I will be meeting with her on Mondays. And on the opposite Mondays, because I'll be meeting with her every other Monday, and on the opposite Mondays, I'll be meeting with the wellness coordinator, who talks more about general fitness goals. For example, we talked about, how to get more water in, or what are my goals for like the next 2 weeks. Right now, mine were to start logging my food again and drink more water and try to increase my steps. And I told her my goal is to increase my steps during the week. I currently had a goal of 6,000, and I'd like to be up to 9,000 by the end of the 14-week period. So I just upped it to 6,500, because 500 more doesn't seem like that much, but only during the week, because during the weekend, a lot of times I am a sloth. I like curling up on the couch, catching up on the DVR, and knitting or crocheting or whatever. So she laughed at me, but she was perfectly fine. She's like, yeah. Anyway, so that is, and then we had our health assessment at work today, our official one for insurance, and of course my BMI is high, duh. But my glucose, blood pressure, and cholesterol are all good. So, it is what it is. I think that's all. So I might periodically talk to you guys about what I'm doing. I will keep it at the end in case people don't care, but unless something like fantabulous happens, like I run a 5K or something like that. But aside from that, I'll keep it toward the end for just the basic stuff, if there's even anything to share. I mean, today my only sharing was that I did 2 meetings, so I have like 16,000 steps, and I had to fast this morning for my glucose test, so I actually have a ton of calories and I'm starving. So, which is part of the reason I'm kind of speeding and struggling with my words, because I'm hungry again. I did eat lunch, but I am hungry again, and I had hardly any coffee today. I have a TARDIS mug, and I drank half of that mug, and that was over like a 2-hour period, because yes, it was cold, because I went and got some after lunch, but then it was too hot to drink really. So then I went for I went for one walk, came back for like 10 minutes, took a little bit more, went on an hour-long walk, went on an hour-long 3-mile walk, came back, drank a little bit more, and by then it was really cold, and that was all I had today. So, all right, I'm sorry there's not much knitting, crocheting content. I guess it's all crocheting, but I think once I get the hats done, I can start a new project. I haven't decided what I want to start, but I'm feeling like it's time. So I think that's all. Plus I'll have clue 3 done, and then clue 4 is next week, and that's the last clue. So this was actually a short project, so it doesn't feel overwhelming. That's all. I'm sorry. That's all I got, but I will talk to you guys all next time. Bye now.